Welcome back, YouTube. Keeper Tree here again with another Empire Total War interesting battle. I know I said these would be Total War interesting battles, but this time it's a little different because I am online with myself. This is me, France. My enemies are, and my friend here who it gets interesting with because his connection sucks, and you'll see what I mean. You will see what I mean. By the way, I'm sick, so this is probably going to be kind of bad. I might cough a little bit. I'm going to try not to. Yeah, so this is my friend Metal here. He's going to lag out because he's got, like, Starbucks internet. I'm going up against, currently, my friend, Rapids and my other friend, Maxwell. And 2v2, which kind of turns into a 2v1, because, well, he lags out. Yeah, so, I have gotten the game 60 seconds, which I will be playing probably right after this, I think. I finally got a little bit of time to myself before my annoying sisters come home and sit in the basement and yell and scream, but that doesn't matter. Anyways, I will get to you when the engagement starts, but I am going to start off, let me just explain, I'm going to start off putting my 24 pounders at the ready, and the majority of my units will be hidden. Actually, all of my units will be hidden except for my cannons and my cuirassiers and my general. But I will see you when the shooting starts. Okay, so welcome back, and the shooting is about to begin. Let's take a look at my opponent's armies. This is Rapids over here. He's got a decent army. He also has 24 pounders. I'm not surprised at all. Lots of musketeers, and he's pretty spread out. But he did not unlimber and fire right away because he wanted to get up on this ridge line here, which is going to cost him. My other enemy here is Maxwell. He's gonna chill on this hill with his artillery, and then this hill with his artillery. Me and Metaltron have lined up here our artillery all ready to go and fire, except for these. For some reason Metal didn't. So we will be just bombing our enemies here. As you can see over here, I've already broken one of Rapid's artillery regiments because they didn't get to unlimber, and I bombed them. The same thing has happened over here with this one, and, well, this one. So Rapids is already down to his last unit of artillery, and Maxwell is not doing too bad himself, but he's already lost one. But he still has all of these. But I do know that we will eventually begin to take casualties, so I will be back when something interesting happens, but Metal is going to decide to begin the battle like this, which he will realize is not a good way to start the battle. I believe at this point I've inflicted more casualties. Yeah, so his last remaining RD unit, Rapid's last remaining RD unit has broken, but they're not gone. They will come back. No more casualties have been inflicted here, except for some infantry casualties, but we're more worried about the cannons themselves, which cannons are everything in Darth mod, especially howitzers, because they let you bomb your guy into pieces, your enemy into pieces before you even get there. But you're gonna see right about now why it's a terrible idea to line your guys up like this. And Metal is moving his cannon. Metal's still with us, but he's gonna leave eventually by accident. It's not his doing. Yeah, there you go. See, right there. We didn't want that, but that kind of happened. So meanwhile, Metal is still taking casualties here. Now is when he realizes maybe it's a good idea to move. Oh, by the way, I have the Swedish marching thing too. Yeah, I like that. That one's cool. So Metal is moving 2 of his RD units that he had left unlimbered, which is a mistake in my opinion because in Darth Mod RD reaches across his whole map. Anyways, because these cannons are going to tear him apart, and he has taken one more casualty. And by the way, at this point, Rapids is going to move all of his units into this tree line, thinking that it will be harder for me to target them. But unfortunately, the chance you take of this is, you know, if I'm watching, like which I am doing, I'm kind of watching where they're gonna stop, and where they stop is where I'm gonna be able to target. So basically, Metal is going to lose a lot of his RD before it even gets set up. I didn't actually see it happening because I was watching Rapids guys go into the tree line there and was marking them with my own artillery. But I think that very shortly, Metal's guys here will drop off because of well, again, this is why I say it's a good idea to limber. And this is a very close battle. Yeah, and I was telling him, you know, maybe we should unlimber here, which he begins to do right here. He begins to unlimber. He tries to line them up, but this volley coming up from Maxwell's cannons is gonna hurt. Takes out 2 cannons with 1 cannonball, and this guy is like, well, shit. Let's get out of here. These guys will unlimber, but I think they are also going to take a casualty. From up here, which I would like to point out, these cannons haven't really been touched. And when I hear that he's losing artillery, now is when I believe, yes, see, I'm sending one of my artillery units over there, which will lose one in transmission, because I do not like to move my artillery until the enemy artillery is gone, because it's an insta-kill if a cannonball explodes near it while they're like this. It kills all of them. Even the crew, which for some reason doesn't really make much sense, in my opinion, because like, this thing won't crush you. Well, maybe these 2 guys, but, I mean, like, it's not gonna crush them all. But it doesn't matter, whatever. I'm complaining about something that doesn't matter. Yeah, see, he already lost one. Actually, it did get unlimbered. But he still has a good amount of artillery, whereas Rapids has been completely disabled. Except, yeah, no, he's been completely disabled with his artillery. So he is now inside. He is gonna line up back here. And I am going to fire into him very soon. I do want to focus fire on these units here, which when I see that these guys break, I then begin to focus fire on the one unit that's still there. And I will soon begin starting to bomb those guys, but I'll be back when that happens. Okay, so right here you're going to see Rapids is moving his line infantry into the trees. And is going to, I'm going to let them settle, I think, before I attack. I don't really remember. I'm sick, so when I'm sick, I'm kind of out of it. So, I mean, my shitty commentary, well, I mean, my commentary is always shitty, but I mean, my even more shitty commentary, I'm trying to English here real hard, is going to be even worse now, because I am sick. So, you're going to see, I can see all of these. I'm literally sitting here like this. This is exactly, I know I was sitting here like this, just, oh, well, also, while I'm at it, some skirmishing is going on. Oh, yeah, Metal lagged out right now. Yeah, Metal has officially left the game. He's done his job. Alright, so we're not going to have him anymore. On the bright side, though, the AI does manage to, well, he manages to send up these dragoons before he lags out, and they take care of most of the artillerists in one unit, which are about to get freaking destroyed by, yeah. Which I get a lucky shot there too. At this point, I go, alright, so if metal's gone, I need to start inflicting casualties. I'm going to be firing in here. And another thing I'm going to do is, knowing that this AI is going to be kind of a front that charges, I'm going to use them to my advantage and take out some of the things that the Maxwell will need later on in the battle. Such as skirmishers or, you know, extra cavalry that I can destroy. So I'm still going strong over here, haven't been hit yet. I think right about now I'm going to start bombing, yes, very shortly I will be bombing these guys in here. Yep, already right there. They're all in here. This is probably the back of a column. I can't really see it, but, well, obviously I can't see it. I mean, shit, it's in a forest. But I mean, I had an idea of where they were. He moves his general out of harm's way, and I see these bodies here, and I'm just gonna, well, I'm gonna adjust my fire based on this, and I'm going to begin inflicting heavy casualties now. That's going on over here. I haven't really done much yet. Actually, that's not true at all. I'm bringing up my cuirassiers because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use them to destroy some of Maxwell's units that are essential to him winning the game, such as skirmishers and whatnot. I'm still bombing in here. I've inflicted a few casualties. I'm waiting for my reload. I see that these guys have come back, and I order some fire on them. I think I kind of stopped shooting here for a little bit. Or I don't. Nope, I don't. Okay, they felt it. So yeah, he's gonna be taking casualties for a little bit. But I mean, this definitely helps me win the game. Without metal. Yeah, you'll see he's gonna adjust now, thinking I'm busy microing my cavalry, when really I don't care about my cavalry. I got metalsmen to protect me. So you'll see they're kind of injured right now. I don't know if this is all he has for line infantry. I don't think so. I think there's some in here that'll jump me somewhere. But I am bombing him because I know that I need to weaken these, especially since they're almost guards. They're almost guard units. So I'm still, anyways, over here, like, that's all that's gonna be happening over there is me bombing him. So if I don't get that, whatever. You know what's happening over there. I'm going to follow in Metal's units here and try and take out some of Maxwell's essential units to winning this game, which I think I do okay at. Although I'm sure there's going to be that one guy that's like, no, you fucking suck, you know, you're supposed to do this, how dare you do that, you know, like, well, whatever. I tried, alright. Meanwhile, I think I readjust my fire. And, I was looking at the wrong woods there. I was like, yeah, these trees, they all look the same. I'm about to readjust my fire and start landing up more. Those were overshot, but I'm aiming in here now. See, what, there, it's proof right there, that smoke. Oh, okay, so right here. Here we see all of Maxwell's long riflemen pop up and take Metal skirmishers by surprise. And remember, Metal isn't here right now. He's not this bad. Well, he probably is, but no, I'm kidding, Metal. So what I do is I am gonna see this, and I'm gonna send my skirmishers up and around at these guys. Well, in the meantime, wrong woods again. I knew that. So you see the casualties have doubled now. There's one line here, and so on and so forth. That's gonna keep going on. I'm gonna rush my cavalry in over here and say, alright, he's exposed the essential units to this battle. Just give me 1 second here, I have to freaking cough. Which is going to, I'm basically gonna come in here and I'm gonna sweep these guys up. I'm not gonna say that, because I don't really sweep him up. I mean, he still has quite a bit left when I'm done. But, I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna do my part to destroy these cuirassiers. I'm gonna use these cuirassiers to their fullest and severely weaken his skirmishing ability. And very soon, you'll see here that he brings in some line infantry out of these woods, and I'm gonna have to fall back down. Meanwhile, the cannons are under fire. We've got, you know, line infantry shooting it out. They're taking casualties, so this is kind of going to render our Maxwell's army a lot harder for me to use. When these line infantry show up, I get the hell out of there. I'm not messing around in there. So, especially since he also has his household cavalry, which I'm not sure if it can be taken, but the AI, smartly enough, targets these for me, which is nice. So, little did I know that Metal brought horse guards, and these are also going to come up and do some damage. I'm also going to come back after these skirmishers. I'm going to see that there's an opening. I'm going to hit them twice more before they get to me. Don't get me wrong, I suck at this game, so I'm going to freaking throw away my cavalry like a moron later on in the game, but that's okay. I don't know if I'm still bombing. Yes, I am. Just blindly shooting. Which is fine. I mean, don't get me wrong, the AI still sucks, because look at how this is aligned. But, I mean, it was smart to do some things, I guess. When I see that this is going on, I'm going to take these units and kind of push up. Pushing up, please. Well, soon. So this big melee is going to go on here between the line infantry and the line infantry, between the two nations. And I'm going to take advantage of this and come around. Yeah, this is when I take advantage of it. I come in and I'm going to hit his skirmishers once again and try and decrease their number once more. Because they will be absolutely essential to winning this game. Although his line infantry doesn't really last long and kind of leaves his horse guards to do all the work. But it's okay because my RD is now targeting this mess. And I'm like, well, battle's not here. So, I mean, I guess his units don't really count. So I'm going to get some good shots in there. But yeah, I'm going to catch these guys off guard again. And I'm going to decrease their numbers. Although there are hidden Jaegers of my good friend Rapids up here. Which was a good move on his part because I was like, oh shit! But then I was like, they didn't really do much and they're shooting Maxwell's guys. So I mean, I try to do as much as I can here. I do believe I break most of these guys. But I think they will come back. Again, I think. Then I didn't even notice Rapid again. He had me in a hammer and anvil between the skirmishers and his garde du corps. Well, I'm trying to make these guys break, which they don't. Most of them. I think these guys do, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get caught here and I'm going to have to turn and fight while getting shot in the back. At this point, Rapids has left the trees because he's like, alright, well, he knows where I am. He's got my number. So I'm going to move over here. Which is fine. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to engage with the garde du corps because I'm a derp. And I'm thinking, alright, you know, I'm France. I'm unstoppable. You know, you can't stop me. That wasn't true. This was a terrible decision on my part. Meanwhile, over here, you know, Metal's inflicting good casualties. You know, I mean, at this point, I was like, yeah, he's not going to break through Maxwell's line. Although he did kind of break it. Never mind, forget it. Look at all those fucking guys. I can't cover for him. Yeah, they're going to inflict casualties, and that's fine with me. As long as you decrease them somewhat. I mean, fine. Whatever. Sorry for the lag with the smoke. There's no real way to edit the smoke. So yeah, that's gonna suck for you guys. But I'm still bombing him as he moves. They're gonna move up to this this area where there is a kind of a hill, and this will become of importance later on in the game. But as of right now, I'm kind of focusing. So I'm still over here getting wrecked. It might say I'm winning, but really I've lost a lot of guys here, and Maxwell will still have his cavalry, which was kind of hurt my battle strategy towards the end of the game here. Yes, let us stand here and just... Oh. Okay, so this is when I give the order to fall back. I'm like, you know what, he's shooting me in the back. Their numbers are bad enough to where I can pull out without anybody routing. So Maxwell is now going to take one of his household cavalry and follow me out. Which I'm like... Actually, it's two, I'm sorry. Both of them. he's gonna send both of them out, and this is gonna be where I think he was more worried about finishing off Metal's leaderless units. I'm trying to English. And he is gonna follow me out, and I am gonna get some nice shots off with cannons. Yeah, Metal's gone now. Whatever. Well, I mean, he left the building during the bombing stage, but I mean, he's more gone now. And the AI already actually fired there. You can see from right there, he shot. Not bad. You know, what I like is the RD is smarter than the vanilla AI. The AI is, yeah, right there. That's a good shot from me. That'll decrease the number. But you'll see here, I'm going to use some roam total war tactics here, and I'm going to send in my main unit, hoping that they take the bait, but he's not going to. And I'm going to charge him, and I'm going to try and hammer an anvil over here. Now, me being the derp I am, I didn't stop my RD to stop firing, so that was a mistake. Oh, by the way, I've formed up now out of the trees. Kind of just walking now. Oh, and my skirmishers are also in a engagement here. Another good move by Rapids, which really took me by surprise, was these guys were hidden, and I had no idea they were here. So I walked up here and was like, well, hey, he's going to give me that over there. I'm going to form my army up over there. But first, I bet there's still a unit or two in there. So I'm like, okay, well, let's go out there and see what's in there. I'll clear them out by skirmishers. And all of a sudden, I come through this tree, and I just lose, like 18 guys. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I look, and he's freaking, shooting me down. Yeah, so anyways, all of my cuirassiers are routed. But I am going to route some of his household cav, which is more of those vital units. And I'm kind of wasting my units here, too. This point blank range combat here is going to be a toll on both of us. Especially since I'm fighting uphill. So I am going to get in line. I'm going to start moving up my cannon over here so I can get... whoops. I'm going to try and shoot in over at Rapids guys. And right about now... is when I realized, hey, maybe it's a good idea to get something up here. Nah, I'm kidding. I haven't even realized yet. I'm still sitting here like, oh, we're French. We can win. I'm bombing Maxwell's artillery, though, because I need them to die. The AI is also helping me. You'll see one landed over there. Great. But, I mean, oh, and a couple over here. Whatever. At this point, I think the AI kind of got really freaking confused. And was like, hey, I know what we can do. We can walk right up to him. So I was like, I saw this right here and was like, well, if you missed at this range, I guess we'll just charge. And I send my general up, and I begin to maneuver on my, what was going to be my left flank that was going to come up here into the combat. But Rapids, he pulls another surprise on me and goes, hey, remember these guys that you were showing to your viewers earlier? Yeah, they're here. And I am busy watching my general and watching this combat right here. I don't see these guys come up over the crest of the hill until right about now. You're going to see I kind of have these guys change direction. This is the 10E, by the way. I'm going to use my general as well to try to charge some of these Jaegers to try and save this last Tiraillé unit for when I need it. And I am going to bring... my Swedish 10E regiment over the top of this hill, and we're gonna start shooting at the bad guys. Grab a few. Grab some more. Not a lot of casualties, and he tried to put stakes down up here, but unfortunately if he was a second earlier, I would have lost my general there, which I lose anyways because I'm a scrub, but I mean, whatever. So yeah, right now, he kind of took me by surprise, so I'm going to run up these three units, the 111E, the 81E, and the 34E. I tried to get my general out of here, but my general's kind of derping around and doesn't feel like moving. So he's going to decide to not do anything at all except stand here. Okay. So yeah, he inflicted tons of casualties with that volley compared to how many I inflicted on him, considering his unit sizes are so small compared to mine. So I'm going to bring up the 81E around the flank up here and say, try and overextend him and get the angle on him, which should work. My general breaks. His bodyguard will come back, and I'll just charge him at the Jaegers again to try and save more of my skirms. And I think he sees that, and he tries to form the line up here, thinking that I'm going to stop right here. But I don't. I'm going to go all the way around. This is probably not. Yeah, that was bad. So I realized, why have these guys run out here when I can just make them stop right here and they're already there? I actually thought, is he going to charge me? Because I know his Prussian troops are more trained than French troops. Instead, he tried to form up a line, which this turns into a massive melee, by the way. Oh, in the meantime, though, I am forming up. Yeah, my general's dead again. Again, whatever. Trying to kill some of those Jaegers. I'm gonna form up a line that kind of looks like the fish hook, and just to deter the remaining Americans from attacking this battlefield. By the way, Metal's still in the game, kind of. He's got some, well, cannons shooting. What I should have done, and I was stupid in not doing this, was tried to get these 24-pounders, guards, kept them, and maybe, like, put them up here when those guys die. Oh, just ruined that for you. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna line them up like that in that fish hook kind of thing. Rapids is gonna see that I am gonna outflank him. The only thing I don't agree with here was that he withdrew this unit when these guys ran. Which I guess you can debate if it's worth a try or not, but I'm gonna volley them in the back as they run away. So his musketeers, after inflicting some casualties on my 10E, they're gonna jet. They're not staying around. I'm still bombing his Jaegers because I know those are important. You'll see here, I'm gonna quickly run them into position and try and shoot these guys in the back. I don't know if they have reloads. I know one of them does. No, yeah, see, I couldn't shoot. They were going to shoot each other in the back. So, oh, also I saw these Pioneer Raiders. They're going to end Metal. Metal's going to be off the field officially now. For some reason, he dismounted them, though. I mean, I'm not going to judge, but I mean... yeah, whatever. Oh, I'm going to also sacrifice Metal's men for the good of my cannons here. And, shoot some... well, canister and whatnot. He's gonna see that I've got my infantry coming up, and he's gonna pull him back. And except for these guys, he's not, but not a lot because they're gonna be shaken by the time they get there, even maybe wavering. But anyways, the more important thing up here is he is gonna form up on this hill, and I'm gonna start shooting shrapnel with this cannon up here, right into him, on those Feldjägers you furred. And this is going to be a very important part of the battle right here for me, because I can't attack this head on. He's got the height, and he also has the height over here too, but at least my arty is in a good spot to bomb this. So you're going to see here, I'm going to send these two units, the 81E and the 10E, are going to come up and form up like this, with some support from, I don't know who. The 111E, yeah, whatever. And my skirmishers are going to sit here and shoot into whatever they can. So there still are some enemy skirmishers. So now what I'm going to do is, I've saved my cannons. They're kind of glitched out, though. Only two of them work now. One glitched out. And I sent these guard infantry after those guys, because I'm a derp. Instead of just remanning Metal's cannons, but whatever. I don't know if you can actually do that. That might be why I didn't. And I'm going to extend my line. I'm going to send my two infantry VU out here. And I'm going to send my old guard to the center so I can send it wherever. Which I stopped doing that when Maxwell tries to go on the offensive. Or I see that I can maybe deal with some of these guys if I spread out. Now, I don't really have a choice. I have to leave some small gaps like that so I can see what's going on. So the fighting has started here. I'm trying to push up on these Feldjägers. The 111E has shown up now. Yeah, I'm starting to shoot shrapnel at this hill. So, anyways, Rapids is going to realize that this hill is very important to his current position. And he's going to send two units up to the top here. But unfortunately, I've got cannons and they don't. So I'm gonna use those cannons to what they do best, and I'm gonna bomb him off of this hill, essentially, or weaken him. Another. Okay, so with this, I'm gonna be. Give me 1 second. Bombing him, yes. Okay, anyways, I'm back. Sorry, I just like hacked up a lung in this way. That's fine. That's why God gave you 2 of them. So, unfortunately, he's going to use this guard decor and take my attention off of these guys, but I'm going to shell them with shrapnel shot. But he's going to put some good volleys in my back. It's fortunate that I have the 111E here to kind of hit these guys. When I realized that he's actually not going for me, but my cannons, because he knows that I don't want the cannons, although I would have gone for this. But I can't question another player, because my methods are questionable at best. I'm going to begin to shell. I don't think I am, actually. I don't think I stopped it. I think I might have tried to get somebody to do something, but I didn't have anything. So they're going to go back there, and they're going to wreak havoc. And I am not going to have any artillery anymore, because he's going to go all the way around and take out all my arty, which is a pretty good move. So I've begun the engagement on the flank, and it is going well for me. Basically, I've left this giant gap open here because I'm thinking if I can just quickly dispatch these guys, I won't have to worry about the gap. But I see that he's bringing up guards and line infantry, so I am going to quickly refuse this line here. Very shortly, I'm going to refuse the line and pull back and wait for another opening. Because I still have this going for me. I've broken one of his units and he's reinforcing. He's even taking his horsemen off of his horses and is rounding my cannons. Great. If only I had those cannons. If only I wasn't a derp and saw that those were wide open and he could just go like that. But, I mean, it did give me the opportunity to take this hill, which I think worked out in the end. So, yeah, the 111E's destroying the number 32 Musketeer. And, I mean, he's going to put up a good fight. I'm going to take some casualties. He's going to buy himself some time, but I know that I can't fight them when they're like this, or at least until I reorganize my line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and bomb them for a little bit, because I have all that running for me right now. But he's going to take his Pioneer Raiders, and I'm going to be busy microing the hill, and he's going to take me out again. That's a good move on Maxwell's part. So you'll see here I try and dispatch these guys to deal with the guard decor before they can get back and do harm to my skirms. Which they will do harm to my skirms, because, well, me. I know, it's just my luck. It's just I don't think they can do enough. So the only thing he really has holding this are the Dragoons and his Grenadiers. So I'm going to begin advancing. I'm going to charge up this hill to try and get some altitude. And leverage. Yeah, I managed to get my skirms away, and he's gonna take some casualties from his own skirm shooting. And he saw that I was gonna volley him, so he's like, it's not worth chasing. Anyways, I've reformed the line now, and Maxwell actually went after me, thank God. But I think he did this because I didn't have any cannons anymore. But I'm gonna get those volleys off, and those are what's gonna be the difference right here with my infantry VU. Yeah, you'll see I brought those guys, I broke them, so the infantry VU was decent. And he's gonna see, okay, this isn't gonna work, he's got his line spread out way too damn far. I'm gonna pull off here. As well as, as he's trying to fix himself, I'm shooting into him. So he's gonna pull back now, and, you know, it was worth a shot, you know, I think this was the vital point in the game right here, and it's still the vital point, is if whoever can control this and little round top up there is going to control the day, and unfortunately, I stretched them out too far, you know, I mean, having Meadows AI was good enough, so I'm going to chase these guys off the hill, and I'm going to immediately form my own defensive line. He's going to take those garde corps in a last-ditch effort and try and just freaking, you know, stop me, but he just really can't, you know, these guys I'm going to see, you know, these guys are going to get wrecked here, though, let's watch this. And boom. Oh, jeez. So I don't even notice that because I'm worried about Maxwell a lot right now. Yeah, I'm gonna see he pulls back and his army kind of gets separated here. I had to cough. Excuse me. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm gonna start engaging Maxwell where I think I can, and Rapids. They've kind of conjoined their lines now. Wherever I think I can inflict some damage. So you see, I took some defilade fire and I pulled back. I got out of there. I am successfully holding the hill. He sent these guys up. He sent these guys up, or he's going. Sorry, I can't talk. He's gonna send these guys up the hill to try and take it back. While I'm still dealing with his garde du corps, but it's a little too late, and he doesn't really realize. Until I'm firing into his Jaegers, and they're kind of being shot from two sides. This is where this kind of really important part kind of ends here, and they're going to start forming up on this ridge here, because I've got them outflanked on two sides. And I've charged the 81E by accident here. I didn't notice they were still going after these Jaegers. And he's going to turn around, and he's going to warn me, like, I mean, we were in TeamSpeak, but just him turning around and getting ready, I was like, okay, gonna leave now. He's trying to hold this line against my infantry and my skirms, but I'm gonna deliver some volleys. Yeah, see, he's gonna turn now and try and take back the hill. See if maybe, you know, all right, they're tired. They're very tired. We're not as tired, but I just have the high ground, and it's just gonna do damage as I come up this hill, and that's gonna hurt. So he's like, you know what, I'm not gonna bother, I'm gonna pull back. And for me, this is a breath of fresh air, because if I've got them cornered now, I have the ability to do what I have to do. Yeah. And I'm gonna spread my units out. I'll be back kinda now. There's still a little bit of fighting. I'm shooting them as they run away. You know, I'm gonna send up my 34E to go and, you know, just. So I thought I could maybe get some, you know, angular, transangular, geometrical fire on those guys, but I couldn't. So Rapids is gonna form up here and hold this line, while Maxwell is gonna take this area here and hold this line soon. He's gonna start. I'll be back when something interesting happens. I'm sure you want to watch like 9 hours of just me fiddling around with my units. The good news is my elite infantry hasn't really been touched too badly, except for those guys. So it's looking decent. I believe there are some hidden units up here. I don't remember, but whatever. I should stop blabbering and just tell you when it happens. Okay, anyways, I'm back. Sorry, I just like hacked up a lung in this way. That's fine. That's why God gave you 2 of them. Okay, yes, the Continental Marines are in here, and he's gonna run them away. But I'm going to get some volleys off on them before they run. I'm going to leave them with a gift. In the meantime, the engagement here with his skirmishers is still going on, but I realize we can't shoot over this hill, and the only guys I can shoot are the 10E and the 111E, which I'm going to put up here. Maxwell has deployed his troops, is going to be deploying his troops in here soon. He's going to try and hold here, because he knows if he gets boxed in this corner, it's all over, you know, so he's going to hold up here. I'm going to advance my lines. I think I actually end up taking my old guard and putting them here. Yep. So he's going to hit me. And we're just going to trade volleys. I'm trying to, you know, herd these units away from... I was afraid they were going to outflank this unit, but... I think what happens is he's going to try and form up over here somewhere and extend his line out. And I also sent the 111E to get an angle on the skirms, but Rapids moves up his line infantry, he extends the line, and just tears into the flank right here. I believe he kills, no, it's a different regiment, that happens later, whatever. was gonna say, he shoots my Fifist, which is not nice. But now I've got them in, you know, this enfilade almost. And I'm breaking him over here. He's gonna try and readjust to me, but 2 volleys from the Swiss Guard, you know, that's tough, because they're really OP. I'm taking casualties too, though. This is not, you know, this battle is still in the balance by far. You know, that guy just got shot in the face. But yeah, he's gonna form up at an angle here, and I'm gonna be able to have the bigger area to operate with. And I'm gonna rush these infantry Vu up because they're tired, but I can't give him the opportunity to inflict more casualties. I'm gonna bring up my skirms as well. He's gonna bring his skirms up, and he's gonna shoot into the flanks of my guard Swiss. But unfortunately, they aren't at the military peak, which would be right here. He puts them up here, more so. And they're not going to be at full potential. Only these guys in the front will be able to fire when he does fire on them. First, he's going to deal with my skirms, and I'm like, I need to buy time for the guards, so I will charge. And I can't turn my guards either. But you'll see I broke there. I broke one line infantry completely. So now I've got the firepower here. I'm about to bring up my infantry Vu, which is going to come out and kind of seal the deal here. Maxwell is trying very hard right now to hold this line in hopes that maybe Rapids will outshoot me, but my 111E... Okay, so, welcome back, sorry about that. My sisters got home and decided it would be a good idea to attack me. So, I'm back. I'm going to have to edit out a little bit of that. So basically all I was explaining was how he's going to take his general around and try and draw the attention of my Swiss Guards, which he does. But unfortunately, I've outflanked the Continental Marines, and I've already broken one line infantry. Which is a good idea, because now my best units are going to be busy chasing. And he's even going to get some volleys into the back of my 111E, so I go, I'm going to get out of range and deal with these guys. But I'm going to keep these guys here so he can't just completely advance. So I'm like, alright, whatever, I'll take some casualties. So anyways, he's going to be firing at these guys. Which I don't think they were exactly ready for me to just be able to turn around like that. But he is at one point going to try and shoot down, but a lot of his bullets are going to hit like right here because he's just going to form up right there. So now Maxwell sees that he cannot hold anymore, and, you know, if he wants to, you know, just, you know, try to make the game even closer, he's going to pull back, and Rapids agrees, you know, maybe if they can get a line, English, it's hard, okay, Jesus Christ, give me a break, if they can get a line that, you know, and maybe even use the red line here, which we don't count as, you know, like we count that as impassable terrain, like we pretend those are mountains. If he can use the mountain to his advantage and just completely cut me off, you know, and fight me in the open field, he might be able to win because he has a lot of superior line, literally superior line infantry, thus the name. And I am going to shoot them in the back as they run away. These line infantry, unfortunately, though, I think he might have forgotten about, or Maxwell might have forgotten about. So again, he is not on the military crest. Oh, yes, he does. He finally readjusted to the military crest of the hill. But I am going to charge. But he's got a good trick in store here, because he still has one line infantry unit hiding here. Maxwell, knowing that these guys are cut off, he just charges them at my guards. They don't last long, but it's, you gotta do something. So I'm charging with the 111E into the Prussian Jaegers and the 34E with them in an attempt to just finish off these skirms. We just have to fix our line here for a second. So I put in the extra guys to end this melee faster to stop the casualties on the guards. Unfortunately, the flank that they chose was just way too big. There was too much, you know, it was too big of an area, and I'm going to see this, and I'm going to form up on the other side of these trees and just advance up this hill. You know, they just don't have the units anymore to hold an area this wide. If I could show you, it would kind of look like an angle like that. and they just don't have the ability to do this. So I'm going to let him fire volleys into my side. They're elite units. They will get over it. And I'm going to form up like this. And I'm even going to put my I think this is my guard Swiss. Yep, I'm going to put them up in the front. So what they try to do is, I think Max kind of just gives me the hill almost, knowing that he can't hold the huge front like that. And Rapids even sends some Jaegers over. So he did kind of inflict some casualties with these guys, but I think it kind of backfired. So I was able to get a couple volleys into his back. And, oh god, heart attack. I'm back, sorry. Just coughed up my other lung, I don't need that either. I can just survive off of video games. So I'm still shooting. You know, I think we kind of figured out where it was. So Max is going to try and utilize this hill, and they're going to send forth the Jaegers in an attempt to get me even more tired, but I see my guys are tired, and I've basically got this now, because they can't hold this front. They've, you know, in my opinion, I'm saying, alright, well, I just have the units, and I think I'll be okay. So I'm going to bring up the other unit, my other unit here, that is where, right here, yeah. My other line infantry unit, my generic infantry unit, and we're going to start advancing up on these guys. Max is going to put some casualties down into my 24E, but I'm going to return fire on the Jaegers. In the meantime, I am moving up through the tree here. The tree. Yeah, there's only one tree. None of these are real. And we are going to attack, try and get these guys on the flank and kind of force them to fall back even more. Which is kind of what's happening. So now my 34E is going to put some fire onto the superior line infantry that's going to move up. Because they can't stay there, they're getting hit. So basically, yeah, they're going to put some fire and they're going to drop a bit. Let's see. He sees that he's got to refuse his line, but 34E, man, just professionals. He drops quite a bit, and this unit's basically becoming more ineffective. So he's going to refuse his line, and I think Rapids realizes that I don't have any more ammo in this unit, and I'm about to run out in that unit. So they're just standing there, and I'm hoping that he doesn't notice that I have no ammo. Sorry about that. I had to go hack out one of my other lungs, because I have 3. So he's going to get some decent volleys, Maxwell, with this line infantry into my 24E. But I figure I'm going to take these guys charge, have the Royal Sadoyas deal with this line infantry, bring up this infantry vu to charge them. Lots of stuff is happening. The 34E is destroying this superior line infantry. I charged this 81E unit that didn't have any bullets into the superior line infantry in the hopes that it could take some fire off of my line infantry. The 84E is gonna break these guys with a few more volleys, and seeing this, I'm not sure what's. I mean, you know, I've flanked him here. Maxwell doesn't know what else to do, and I mean, well, there's nothing really else to do. So he says maybe I can route his guards with this hammer and anvil. It didn't work, but it was worth a try, rather than just staying there and dying. So now all that's really left is Rapids guys, and they're gonna make a heroic last stand up on this hill. And oh, but Rapids does pull this on the 34E. Just pops these guys up out of the trees and gets 2 super close volleys, and I'm forced to run like hell and run around and, you know, reform my line. But unfortunately, they were just combat ineffective with that few guys. But the Rapids brave Prussians are going to be making their last stand. Rapids is going to make an attempt to break out over here by focusing on the 34E, and in a hope that they will be destroyed. His superior line infantry routed my throwaway unit there with no bullets, which is fine. There are no American units left on the field, and I am unfortunately going to encircle the brave Prussian soldiers. on this hill. This is the brave last stand of the Prussians. So he's basically, yeah, he's basically, you know, he's like, well, I'm gonna take some guys with me if I'm gonna go out. And he does. He puts his last 2 guys in a charge, and well, that's basically gonna end it. The brave Prussians fought to the last on this hill and inflicted a great many casualties. Here's the battle outcome. I lost more than half of my army. I only had about, I'd say, 1,000 guys left. Metal, on the other hand, had even less. Maxwell, basically, his guys fought to the death, only came out with 400 guys. Rapids, the same thing. They even fought to the death. Came out with, you know, maybe like 600 guys. I mean, it was a great battle, and for a while there, it could have gone either way. But that is it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I just punched my mic in the face. I will see you in the next video, which will most likely be 60 seconds. I got that game. I bought it. I love indie developers. You know, it's just, I think it's going to be a fun thing to play, especially because it's an indie developer. It's not a AAA game, and I just love supporting these independent, you know, studios that, you know, they come out and they work their butts off to make these great games. And this is a really fun game. I've tried it out. But anyways, I will see you in the next episode. Or will I? Maybe I'll be dead because of this cold. Who knows?